What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions.
Get with this.
In today's reaction video, I'm going to be returning to a band that I've reacted to once before on this channel, and even though I'm familiar with some of their other music, I've never heard this song, so this will be a first-time reaction. And it actually came as the winner on a poll on my Patreon page where I asked my patrons what they would like me to react to next. And it works out perfectly because by the time you're watching this, I will have a brand new video from Interview with a Roadie up where for the first time, I got to sit down and interview another roadie, and he happens to be the tour manager of this band. So it works out perfect. That interview was a blast and I enjoyed it, and I hope you check it out after you watch this. I will link the original video in the description below. Today, I am going to be listening to Eluveitie with the music video for their song, King. Let's go! Oh! So I would love to talk about how badass Kriegel's voice is and what he's doing for his tone, but I'm not a vocal coach, so I can't. That opening scream, man. And man, what a good riff going on in the background. And I know in a lot of these music videos, they use different gear than what was actually used in the studio. And it's weird to hear that tone seeing a Fender Stratocaster. Like, it just doesn't seem like a Stratocaster tone. But right off the bat, I love it. I see a lot of different band members than the Rebirth video. And if I remember reading right, there was a big lineup change around this time. So I'm sure I might spot maybe one or two people that I recognize, but it looks like a lot of different people. Let's keep going. We'll get back into gear later. God, I love this band. So far, the only person in back that I've actually recognized, like for sure, is Kay, their bass player. I might be wrong. It looks like a Schecter. I think it's an Ultra bass, maybe. I'll make sure. I thought he was playing Dingwall. But then again, this video is older than the Rebirth one, so it's possible he was playing Schecter back then. I think the guitar player playing the Fender Stratocaster is Raphael, if I'm not mistaken. The only reason I'm second guessing that is because when I watched the Rebirth video, both guitar players were playing ESP, and he's definitely playing a Fender Stratocaster. The other guitar player, I haven't seen the headstock on the guitar, but the body is cut exactly like a Gibson Les Paul, and the inlays on the neck look like the typical Gibson inlays. Could be a copy from a company I'm not familiar with, but I'm fairly certain it's a Gibson Les Paul. Let's keep going. Oh, great riff. Oh, I was trying to figure out if we're going to get like that Celtic sounding bridge with all the other instruments, which, by the way, you know, people have asked me jokingly about like, you know, kind of the classical instruments that are going on these videos. I don't know anything about fiddles and violins and hurdy-gurdies and stuff like that, but I know what they are, but I don't know anything about them. But that's one of the things I love about this band, man. I love the metal vibe mixed with that folk Celtic sound. Absolutely love it. It rings really close to home for me. For any of you that have seen me react to other folk metal stuff, man, I absolutely love it. So I'm getting the vibe we're going to get a heavy bridge in this one. So let's f***ing go. Ooh. Yes! God, this is so awesome. Funny story. I hope he doesn't mind me telling this, but I'm going to. So after I did my reactions to Rebirth and then Death of a King by Amorphous, I have it sitting here. I bought this little tin whistle because of Kriegel. Like, I saw him playing and I was like, I want to learn how to do that. Haven't learned since yet. Haven't learned since then. I'm terrible. But shortly after that, I got a message on Instagram. Didn't believe it first. I thought it was somebody being a fake, but it was Kriegel. And if you happen to see this again, you owe me whistle lessons. So let's finish this song off, man. I fucking love this band. Was not expecting that solo, that fiddle solo, like, but it worked, man. It was super cool. I love it. I forgot to talk about drums. It's the last piece of the gear I knew about that I didn't. That's not the same drummer I saw in Rebirth. I assume that's Merlin, I think. Tama logo on the drums, so he's playing Tama drums, Zildjian cymbals. Let's finish this off. I just did that. All right, let's go talk about it. Man, wearing a hoodie for this one was a terrible choice. I am sweating my ass off, but I don't know how many more Eluveitie reactions you're gonna get on this channel. I really don't, because I don't think I have the patience to hold off on any of their music. Like, I'm gonna start rocking this stuff at home a ton, man. I love this band. Every time I hear this sound, I fall in love with it more and more. It's everything I love about metal and everything I love about that folk Celtic sound, man. It's incredible. It's awesome. Killer riffs going on. I love videos like this where I can see the whole band and see what they're doing and see what they're playing. Excellent all around. Thank you to everybody that voted on this on Patreon and told me to do this next, because this was excellent. And if you're new here, feel free to click subscribe. I'm releasing new videos all the time, so if you turn the alerts on, you'll be notified the second new stuff comes out. If you like this video, I would greatly appreciate the like, and if you dislike it, I think you're crazy, but feel free to dislike it. There is a button down there. I'm also on a ton of different social media. I even have a Discord server that I hang out on often, which I will link in the description below. I'm also on Twitch streaming all the time too, and the link for that is below as well, so come hang. My handle on everything social media related is @TankTheTech. Thank you so much once again for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.